So this is a nice way to structure your Node.js API if you're using Pure Express and you want to use Prisma as your type as your database to RM. So this project over here, it has unit tests, it has authentication rolled by role. So you have users and you have admins. Here I have a Docker Compose just so that I have my database. It's a SQL database, MySQL. So the Prisma structure in its project. Here you'll have the migration, and here you have your uh, enum for your roles. So first, let's talk about the middlewares of your. Actually, let's talk about the main file. Here you have the entrance for your application. You can declare over here your middlewares, and here I have, after the API middleware, a global error handler middleware. So it the the application throws over here. So I can have a central uh, error handler in my whole application. Uh, Now about the authentication, you can have a GWT util over here, and where you have the function to generate the token and to verify the token, and then you can have a middleware. So I have a middleware that requires a user. So this middleware over here, it gets the permitted roles. So you don't just require that the user is authenticated, but you request it to be for a certain role. So if the user role is not does not include that the roles that you say that are permitted, you will have it will throw an error. And for this middleware over here, you can find these unit tests that ensure its functionality, that you can check it out. So should pass if user is admin, even if roles are permitted. Should pass, should throw. So here are a few unit tests. And the other middleware is to deserialize the user. So this one is to basically you can get the user from the token. So if you want to require the user, you will pass the deserialized user before this one. So this one will check for the header and the cookies if there is a token, and if there is, it will decode it and verify it. So, and if there is a user, it will append it to the response object. Here I think it's to manage the refresh token, and you have few units tests for this also to ensure it's working. This is the global error handler, and now let's say you want to log in. It starts in the route, so it's login is an auth route. So you come over here, and notice that before we go to the controller, which is the login user, where we find by the user email. If we didn't find, we throw, and then we compare our password. If it's valid, if it's invalid, we throw, and then we log in if it's all valid. First, we sanitize our data using Zod. So we have this middleware validator from Zod that will parse our schema, and this is the schema object from Zod. So we ensure we have an email and a password, and here we infer a type. So if we want to use this schema in the rest of our project, here we have other routes over here that you can check later. And the main thing now is about the how to use the how to mock the Prisma client. So for this, there is this blog that I will link. It's from the Prisma, and it's very detailed and very nice. It has all the steps you'll need. So basically, you'll have a mock for a Prisma client, and in your unit tests, you can call this function and resolve its value so that you don't call your database in your unit tests. You already know the answer, kind of. Okay, so this is the project.